Trolling motor for kayaks, dadgummit. To get it or not to get it. There is a lot of benefits and a lot of drawbacks. Honestly, it's a kayak life-changing whether you have a trolling motor or not. So it's a big decision. I own a fleet of Old Town Sportsman Autopilot kayaks for my fishing charter here based out of Panama City, Florida. They all come with 45-pound thrust trolling motors from Minn Kota. They're iPilots. But these come with my kayak from the factory, and that makes a big difference whether it comes from the factory or not. We'll get into it. And I've used many kayaks from all different ranges, purposes, styles, brands, etc. Here's my thoughts on the pros and cons of having a trolling motor on your kayak. And like I said, there is a difference between a kayak that was built for a trolling motor from the factory and a total DIY setup on a pedal or a paddle kayak that wasn't designed for the thrust, weight, or power of a trolling motor. Anyway, let's start with the cons and end on the pros. We'll switch it up a little bit. Number one con of a trolling motor powered kayak is trolling motors take away the simplicity of kayaking. There's hands down no getting around the fact that most kayak owners appreciate the ability to toss their yak in their truck bed, drag it 50 yards to the old creek, and set sail in about 30 seconds with nothing but a paddle. Trolling motors, without a doubt, add complexity through carrying, installation, and of course maintaining the motor itself. All the wiring as well as the battery power to the motor. This adds weight. And of course, the motor, the battery, the wiring, and everything you have to bring with it to make it all work, this adds weight, setup time, breakdown time, and limits how far you can actually carry your kayak. If you have a DIY setup, this can be even more tricky if there's more moving parts. It's less efficient and it hurts performance since it's not designed for a motor, thrust, or added weight. Not saying don't do it yourself, not saying don't DIY a trolling motor for your kayak, simply just make sure your kayak can take it. And good news, most of them can. Your $30, 50-pound, super narrow paddle kayak from 30 years ago probably can't take a transom with a motor and a battery on it. It'll make it tippy. You don't want to flip it because you'll ruin it. The second con of having a trolling motor on your kayak is it makes it heavy. Motors are heavy, and motors require batteries, and they're daggum heavy, I'll tell you that much. All my Old Town Autopilots weigh 156 pounds before you add a battery or any fishing gear. The motor weighs 25 of those 156 pounds, and when I add my 100 amp hour lithium battery, that's another 25 pounds right there. So realistically, all loaded down, this is going to be probably a 180 pound kayak. This makes it harder to load, unload, carry. And I personally trailer all of my yaks, but if I do put them in the bed of my truck, I simply remove at least the motor and most likely the battery. Yes, of course you can still load in the bed. Of course you can still car top. No problem. There's just simply more weight to move around. So if you're 65, you're retired, you want a kayak, you're sick of pedaling, you're sick of paddling, you don't want to do any of that, you want a trolling motor to do all the heavy lifting for you, but you have a 156-pound kayak and you have a sedan. If you're 65 years old, not in the best of shape, you're not going to want to do that every single time because you're going to spend all the money on the fancy kayak, but you're never going to want to take the kayak out. If you spend a ton of money on a kayak and you think it's too complicated, you're never going to take the kayak out. Third and final point of the cons to the trolling motor, because really it all boils down to weight and complexity. But number 3 is it actually can make fishing harder if you don't know how to operate a trolling motor. You see, as kayak owners, you're spoiled. Most kayak owners are freaking spoiled because they have paddles and they have pedals. They're accustomed to basically making 0 vibrations and 0 noise in the water. That is a huge, huge benefit. So if you throw a trolling motor into the mix, whether it's your first time owning a trolling motor, you DIY it to your kayak, you think, oh my gosh, they're so much quieter than an outboard. That's why trolling motors exist, because they're basically dead silent. That's not true. They make vibrations, they make noises, they're loud underwater. I have a $2,000 Minn Kota iPilot on my kayak, and I still swing it wide when I'm fishing for redfish and let the wind and current carry me into the spot while not moving my motor at all. So, if you get a trolling motor, you say, I'm getting to my spot quicker, I can mow around, I can troll, I can do all this stuff. Depending on what you're fishing for, it can actually spook fish, and you're confused why you're catching less fish. You're sitting over the honey hole, you're holding position much better, but you're spooking them. So if you're not used to running a trolling motor, if you're not used to the sounds and the vibrations and the change in thrust and what that does to the fish and how far that carries, it can make a difference. All right, trolling motors sound like an absolute it doesn't sound good, okay? But let's get into the pros, and let me tell you why I will probably never own a kayak without a trolling motor ever again. And that's just for me, and that is not true for everybody. Anyway, Number one pro is speed. Speed is key. You can go faster, further, and farther without exerting any energy and simply focusing on the fishing. I crank my motor up, head to my spot at just under about 5 miles an hour if the current is cooperating, while sitting back and eating my breakfast sandwich. Speed is huge. Going faster in an already slow vessel is a game changer. Even if you're going from 2.5 miles an hour speed of paddling, going all the way up to 5 miles an hour with a trolling motor, you can double your speed. That makes a difference. Anyway, the second pro is you can go much farther. I hit many more spots. I can travel miles and miles and miles and miles without fear of exhaustion when I get too far. I will literally go so insanely far without dropping below 70% on a 100 amp hour lithium battery. And I love hitting more spots and going further. I mean, I will literally go 6 miles on a kayak fishing charter with a client, and we'll come back and we have 80% battery remaining. I think we covered probably 5 miles the other day, fighting wind and current. Spot lock was running even whenever our motors weren't running. We fished for about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, covered miles, and we came back and we both have the Bluetooth function on our phone and we checked, and there's still 73% battery remaining after about 4.5 hour days, fighting current, fighting wind, and going full speed. Now, you can cover ground with pedal kayaks, but it's just simply not for me personally. I want to focus on getting to my spot quickly, focus on the fish, save my energy for the big bull redfish fight, and, I'll fish 6 hours without breaking a sweat unless it's fish related. The third pro of a trolling motor on a kayak is there's actually really affordable options. You don't have to buy an overpriced kayak that's $4,500 or a $2,000 motor or anything like that. So for example, my tiny boats, I have a 10-foot plastic pontoon boat and I have a 12-foot John boat. And I have a trolling motor for both of those boats. Well, it's $180 on Amazon. It's the Newport Vessels Saltwater NV series. $180, another $200 Bluetooth, 100 amp hour lithium battery. And, for $400, I've got basically all you need to have a trolling motor. And the kayak models with less thrust are actually even cheaper than that. You can get a kayak trolling motor just over $100. Throw yourself a 50 amp hour on there to save you size and weight. And you can still fish all freaking day for a couple $100 or more. Maybe $200-300. So it's cheaper than people think. Now, if you're doing this, you're going to have to DIY it. Ideally, you already have some sort of transom, but likely you don't. You'll have to build a transom. You'll have to build something. There's tons of videos of how to DIY a transom on your kayak for all different models. But if you can handle that part, building to where a motor and battery can actually attach, well then $200-300 for a kayak trolling motor, and you've got most of the benefits. You can get a trolling motor on your kayak without breaking the bank, without buying a $4,500 freaking Old Town Autopilot. Number 4 is the insane features that some trolling motors come with. Now, my tiller control, $100 Amazon trolling motor doesn't have these features. It gets me where I need to be, it's quiet, it's efficient, and it moves quick. But all of my kayaks have the Minn Kota iPilot. A lot of motor guides, a lot of different kayaks have these features. So I'm just going to talk about the features, some of the features that my trolling motor has that yours may or may not have when you get it. But this is what some of this technology offers the kayak community these days. Number 1 is Spot Lock. Spot Lock is the entire reason we have these kayaks. It's a virtual anchor. It holds you in this spot regardless of wind, current, and wake. Holds the exact position all day using almost no power, which is insane because when you're sitting under a bridge and you've got that current, you've got that wind, and if you don't have spot lock, you're constantly moving. You have to anchor 50 foot to the seafloor, otherwise you're going to get swept away in seconds. But you hit one button on your kayak and spot lock holds you in the exact position for 8 freaking hours with using very little power. I mean, you're not moving an inch sitting there waiting for that big old bull red. It's a game changer. Next is the north heading feature. You can simply point your vessel in the direction you want to go and let the motor take you without constantly correcting. So for example, if I want to track parallel to the bank and really fish a grass line for some reds, I can do that without having to constantly steer or adjust my rudder. The motor will make all the calculations for me to keep me on a completely straight path while accounting for all the conditions. Or let's say I'm leaving the ramp and I want to turn my kayak and point directly towards a bridge or something. I can hit north, and then you'll see your motor start doing this, fighting the current, but the nose of your kayak, the bow, is staying completely straight while the motor is doing all the correcting for you. It's smart. It's connected to a satellite, knows where you want to go, and it'll do all the calculations for you. I can sit there, eat my breakfast sandwich, rig up my lines, or troll, or do whatever I want. There's also this feature called eye tracks. You can create, store, retrace, and return to your most productive trolling paths. The iPilot system can store up to 16 eye tracks, each up to 2 miles long, which basically means you can put your house in one. You can go drive 5 miles away, then you can hit, boop, track me back, and it'll take you back home. Or you can leave your house, leave the ramp, say, Boop, take me to my snapper hole. Take me to my flounder spot in the bayou. Take me to my redfish spot on the flats. Take me to this trout hole, whatever. Boop, takes you there. Pretty cool. I personally don't use this feature a whole lot because I changed my mind so much that, like, I don't know. I just point my kayak where I need to go. I hit north and I go. It's not that big of a deal. And of course, you also have cruise control. So if you want to troll at a very specific depth, a very specific speed, you can control your speed and go exactly however fast you want to go. And the fifth pro is simply just the quality of life on the water. I mean, listen, I don't know if I would have this charter if all these kayaks didn't have the autopilot features, if they didn't have a trolling motor, because pulling up to the bridge, hitting spot lock, and sitting there in complete comfort in a stable vessel is a game changer. Now, we've taken a lot of people out. I took a guy out a couple days ago, and he brought his own kayak. A lot of people like to bring their own kayaks. And one guy brought his own kayak that he just paddles. It's a paddle kayak. That's all it is. And you know what he was doing all day? This. You know what he wasn't doing much of the day? This. So it is what it is, and there are certain case uses that just make it so much more convenient, no-brainer, dare I say, in certain scenarios. When I'm trout fishing, I'm sitting down, I've got my remote set on north, so I'm tracking straight, but my feet are using the rudders. Just being able to have something to constantly move you, constantly work for you. I mean, the quality of life is so much better. I wouldn't do this kayak charter if I didn't have the Old Town autopilots. I just probably wouldn't. So do I recommend a trolling motor for all of your kayaks? No, I do not. It's not for everybody, and it wouldn't even be smart. I would say a lot of people should never put a trolling motor on their kayak. But if you don't mind the wait, if you don't mind spending a few extra seconds or minutes at the boat ramp setting it up, if you don't mind taking care of the motor, the battery, and all this extra stuff, it can make life really, really easy. Or if you just want simplicity, lightweight, throw it in the truck bed, drag it down to the creek, it could be a disaster pretty quickly. Hope I cleared the air about the truth on getting a trolling motor for your kayak or not. My camera just went out. Okay, all right, fine. I hope you can still hear me. Whatever. Anyway, happy fishing, tight lines, and God bless.